this is the first case, the second case, the third case. If n even, a negative, there is no solution. Okay, so no solution if n is even and a is negative. And if n is even, we have two solutions, plus minus the n square root of a. And if n is odd, then the solution is exactly 1, which is the n square root of a. Okay, so now solve this equation. We are exactly in this situation where the power, the exponent, is even. So x is equal to plus minus the 2 square root of 49. Square root of 49 is 7. Therefore x equals plus or minus 7. So this equation has two solutions, which are plus 7 and negative 7. Okay, let's look at this equation. In order to solve this equation, we would like to transform this equation into that type. So if you want to transform this into that type, we don't want this 16 on the left hand side. Then we should move this to the other side. So we have x squared equals negative 16. Okay, but remember that a square never negative. So therefore this equation has no solution. No solution. Or you can also argue by using this property, because n is even and a is negative, therefore this equation has no solution. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so first, even though we don't have z only, first isolate the left hand side of equation so that the left hand side only has z variable. So clearly we don't want that negative 15. Let's move it to the other side. 3z minus 5 to the second equals 15. We don't want also that number, so we can divide both sides by 3. Z minus 5 squared. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Okay. Now if you think of this z minus 5 as an x, so let x equals z minus 5 at the moment. Then we have an equation x squared equals 5. We just replace z minus 5 here by x. And we know this equation has two solutions. X equals plus minus square root of 5. And be careful, we are not done yet, because we would like to solve for z and not for x. So substitute back this z minus 5 to x. Z minus 5 is plus or minus square root of 5. Therefore z itself, so we need to move this negative 5 to the other side, is equal to 5 plus minus square root of 5. Okay, now let us look at this. Okay, so we have y, so we can rewrite this as y to the 1/3 equals to the 5, and we can raise both sides of the equation by power 3. So y is equal to 5 cubed. Therefore y is equal to 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. So therefore 125 is the only solution of this equation. Okay, this is the same kind of problem. We want to make it looks like this. So in particular, we want to move this negative 16 to the other side. X to the fourth equals 16. Even exponent a positive. Therefore, we have two solutions, plus minus fourth square root of 16. And if you want, you can simplify a little bit this expression, but for me, well, we know that fourth square root of 16 is 2, so plus minus 2. Again, for this one, we want to make this equation looks like that. So to make this looks like that, we don't want that 15 on the denominator. To get rid of that 15, we multiply both sides of the equation by 30. Well, this problem is not right. It should be 2. Okay, so this is the problem. We don't want that 15. We multiply both sides by 15. So 15 times this will be x to the fifth. 15 times 2 is 30. Now we are in this situation where the exponent is odd. Remember, when the exponent is odd, we only have one solution, which is the fifth root of whatever that number is. In this case, the fifth root of 30. Okay, example 5. The average daily food consumption F of an herbivorous mammal with body weight W, where both F and W are measured in pounds, is given approximately by the equation F equals 0.3 W raised to the power 3/4. Find the weight W of an elephant who consumes 300 pounds of food per day. Okay, so this is our F, because F is exactly the amount of food consumption each day. So this is F. That's F. So basically the question is, what is W if F equals 300? So just plug in this 300 to F. 300 is equal to 0.3 W raised to the power 3/4. And we want to solve it for W. So we don't want that number. Then we divide both sides by that number. 13 divide 0.3 is equal to W to the 3/4. Okay. 300 divided by 3/10, which is 1000. So 1000